Welcome back everyone. Today I'm actually participating at Maremi's Creative Cafe in a number 52 cafe card. Basically what we're doing for the next 52 weeks, we are going to make a playing card with prompts that will be given each week by Marta. Now the sizes have to be 5 inches by 2.5 inches, which is what you're seeing me, the size of a playing card. Now I'm not going to be using playing cards as I didn't want to go out and buy any. So I've made my own with the one in the middle is just some packaging that I had left over from some stamping, some stamps that I bought, and some cardstock, and I'm just gluing the three together just to give me something a bit more sturdy and more stability. And I'm just using all my scraps in my stash, and I'm also going to be using this opportunity to play with new techniques and get to know more of my products. Now the first week's challenge was the word art. So this is what you're seeing me here. I've actually gessoed my little card, and the chipboard letters were some old chipboard that was left over from projects, and they're also gessoed. Now I'm not sure what I'm going to do after this. Let's just see. Okay. I've started working with my oil pastels. They're Semco from Spotlight. They were just a cheap set that I saw, and since I have never played with oil pastels, I thought I'd give them a try. And being a creative cafe, I just thought this was a good opportunity to play and see how I liked them. So I started off with the black colour and using a blending tool just to blend it in a little bit more, and then I think I moved on to it's gold, the gold colour. This is where I decided to show you that it's Semco from Spotlight. So give it a try if you've never played with oil pastels. They weren't very expensive. I think it was under $10 anyway here in Australia, which is pretty good. Now I'm just showing you here what it looks like so far, and I'm going in with my water pen, and I'm just adding some water and doing a bit more blending and smudging. And now I used my finger for a little while, and also my blending tool. But as you probably know by now, I like using my fingers. I think I was just playing with my blending tool, and there I go back again with the blending tool, getting to know it. And my finger, always back to my fingers. That's why I guess God gave us fingers. And I was actually using some gelatos. There's the gold gelato and some silver that I decided to add. I actually forgot I used gelatos on this little card. So more gold gelato. And here I am showing you the effect of that so far. Now I pulled out some washi tape here. And these are Starlight metallic paints, and there's the black, and I also pulled out the gold. Now these paints are from Art Stamps Australia. The stenciling that I've got here is actually from the Crafters Workshop, and it's called Clocks. And all I'm using is a makeup sponge that I buy from Ronnie's. They're quite cheap. It's a big pack of them, and I pay under $5 for about 20 or 25 of them, and they're pretty good value. And I like using them for stenciling because if they get ruined, it doesn't really matter. I just chuck them in the bin. I'm just watching myself work here, and gosh, I wish I could work that fast when I'm doing this in real time. Wouldn't it be great? I get so many more layouts done. Now for some reason I decide I don't like this, and I wipe it all off with a baby wipe, which is what you see me doing. Then I get my gold gelato, add a bit of water to it off my paintbrush, and then just paint some more gold gelato on. Now this is just a close-up that I decided to show you just so you could see the gold shimmer on that from the metallic paint, even though I've then painted it with the gold gelato. I'm cleaning up my area, and I get back the Crafters Workshop clock stencil. Now I decided to go back in with the Crafters Workshop using my makeup sponge I should say. And I'm doing the clocks in. I'm using actually less of the paint. I think before I was too generous and it all smudged, so I'm a lot happier with the outcome of these clocks. And I'm using different clocks, which I guess was more to my satisfaction. And I quite like the outcome of how this all comes out. So sometimes you just have to play with what you've got till you're happy with the outcome, which I guess that's why I rubbed out the other lot. Anyway, I'll just show you what I'm doing here. This is just a close-up so you can see what it looks like so far. Now here I'm just using some of that Starlight's metallic paint in black to paint the chipboard letters, which I have gessoed. Now pull out some modelling paste, which I'll end up putting on my mat there. And I get out my gold Starlight's metallic paint and I mix it in with the modelling paste. Oh, that's just my junk journal that I use to wipe off excess paints or whatever I might have, and then I just do some art journaling whenever I need it. Pull it to the side, put it away. I don't do a lot of that, but if ever I've got some time and I want to play around, that's what I do. So I'm mixing the gold paint together with the modelling paste. And the stencil that I've got there on the side there, it's the Sunrays one. That's a stencil that I got from Delish Scraps. For any Australian audiences, I subscribe to their Just Add Paper kit, and this was in the January's kit, so I've used that in this layout. And obviously I'm going to use it with that black makeup sponge. Now here I'm just adding some yellow ochre, Ken Oliver's Colour Burst, just to give it a bit more vibrancy. And that's just a close-up of the Sunrays stencil from the Delish Scraps that I'm showing you there. Now this is just the kit that I got from Delish Scraps. It's a January kit, Just Add Paper, and it's just bits and pieces, the flare buttons, little camera, the stencil obviously, which I'm going to be using right now with the modelling paste. And I'm not very good at stenciling. I always seem to blotch it up, so I need lots more practice. And I guess that's what I like about doing these cards. I can perfect things without worrying too much because it's not going on any of my scrapbooking layouts. Now all I'm doing here is using my Liquitex Heavy Body Gel. I'm just adding the glue to the letters. Sorry, that's actually off camera and I didn't realise, but it's just with a paintbrush. I'm just adding some glue and sticking it onto my little card. Now here, I'm actually just going through my Tim Holtz Ideology Chit Chat that I actually bought at Amanda's of Mogo, and just trying to find some words or anything that I think relate to art. So I've stuck down trust there, and then I'm playing with the word yourself. Yes, say trust yourself. I'm just adding some gold glitter here. The modelling paste is still quite wet, so it's been quite easy to just put some gold glitter on, and it sticks on quite nicely without me having to do much to it. And here is just a quick close-up of the card so far. Now I'm using a Versamark pen just to add some gold dust to the letters, and what I'm actually using is the Ranger's Perfect Pearls, and the colour is actually called Perfect Gold. I'm just lightly dusting it on, as you can see. Now here's a quick look at what it looks like so far, and I'm really happy with that so far. Now I'm using a white watercolor pencil here just to add some highlights to the words trust yourself. And I'm just activating the color with a bit of water on a paintbrush, and I'm trying to blend it all in. Now it looks like I've got my Starlight's metallic paint here, and oops, and here we go with the gold splatters. Nothing's complete without some gold splatters. Well, this is a fan brush I'm using here with the gold metallic paint, and I'm actually not splattering, but sort of painting it on. It's sort of fanned out. I quite like that effect. Now once again, I'm using my white watercolor pencil to highlight the word yourself, and just repeating the same process as before. Now just letting you know, I got this white watercolor pencil from Officeworks, and it's a Faber-Castell one made in Germany, and the color is white H200-101. You can buy the watercolor pencils individually, and they're such good quality. I was actually quite impressed at how well the white one worked. It's become one of my favorite color pencils. So if you're in the market and you're after a white watercolor pencil, or even just colored pencils, you can go into Officeworks and they sell them individually, so you don't have to buy a whole set and have colors you don't want. You can just get the ones you want. And now here I am again with the black watercolor pencil that I also bought from Officeworks, and their number for anyone interested is, it's called black, and it's 8200, it looks like 199 black. And I'm really happy with them, so I will be buying more of other different colors so that I can use them for future projects, because I just love how easily they spread, especially when you activate them obviously with a bit of water. They're just really smooth and creamy. Now as you can see, all I'm doing is just going around the rays of the sun with the black watercolor pencil, and using a bit of water to activate it with the brush, and it's just giving a nice shaded in effect and blending everything in together. Now I actually just play with this shading and blending that I'm doing here with the black watercolor pencil for quite a while. You're very lucky, you get to see the very fast motion, but it gives you an idea of all the work that went into it. And yeah, I just keep doing it till I'm happy with the outcome. And here I am just using the black watercolor pencil to color in the edges and add some shading to the edges and just unify the whole card together. Now there's a change of plans here, and I pull out my oil pastels from Semco that I bought at Spotlight to unify the card and finish it off nicely, and I'm just using the black colour here. Now this is where I decided I want to add some white splatters, so you see me pull out my gesso and activate it with some water. I'm just covering my words with some pencils, so I don't want to get white splatters on them, and I decided I needed to add some acrylic paint. So here I go, and I do struggle with adding the white splatters. And off camera I actually paint the word art with some more of that metallic black paint, as you'll see in the still photos that are coming up. Now I hope you enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you. Till next time.